Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hi friends, we are back with our book Living Spring. I am Rihanna Willemse, and today we are going to do chapter 12 of Living Spring, Impediments. Impediments meaning is from the Hindu word impediment, which means obstacles or something that is withholding us from doing certain things. Let us set aside every impediment and let us run with perseverance the race before us. And it is through Apostle Paul in the Hebrews 12 verses 1. Wherever you go, carrying the vessel of your faith and pouring it out in the form of good works, you will always encounter many impediments that make things difficult for you. Today, it is the failure as you attempt to progress. Tomorrow, it is the companion who fails you. The day after, it is the unfair persecution of your ideal. Then the day after that, it is the bitterness of bile coming from the lips of those who deserve your love. From time to time, you have to endure other people's incomprehension. Every now and then, you run up against 1,000 obstacles that induce you to inertia or negativity. Nevertheless, the journey ahead of us should unfold on the road of incessant good. What are we to do with people and circumstances that hinder and immobilize us? The apostle to the Gentiles is categorically in his response. Let us set aside every impediment. Setting difficulties aside, however, does not mean belittling other people's opinion when respectable, nor does it mean running from the daily struggle. It means respecting each person in whatever situation he or she may be. It means sharing the best angle in the good fight. With our best contribution to everyone's evolution and in the innermost parts of our hearts, it means proceeding with Jesus today, tomorrow and always. Acting and helping, learning and loving, until the divine light shines in our conscience as much as we are already inside it. Abide unconsciously. A beautiful chapter again by Emmanuel through the medium Chico Xavier. Today, Emmanuel is asking us, or Apostle Paul, through Apostle Paul's words, let us set aside every impediment, which means every obstacle things that we perceive as obstacles in our life. And again, Emmanuel is asking us to focus on the good. Like in the book, sorry, let me just get the word here. I'll remember it just now, so sorry. But in the book, that he says, good, we must focus on the good of everything, and we must mold the good with every resource that we can find. And we should always focus on that. And he says here, to set aside impediment is not to put it aside like we are not supposed to, ignoring it or ignoring people's feelings or people regardless of what they think. It is in all the ways that we should respect as well. But within ourselves that we should overcome these obstacles. If we see something or someone or some situation as an obstacle, then that is what it will be. It will be an impediment for us to progress. And he says here, today it is the failure at your attempt to progress. The failure. He doesn't say the obstacle is okay for us not to progress. He says it's to overcome these obstacles so that we can progress. And it's in ourselves, our own ego and our own thoughts sometimes that will withhold us to progress, because we would think that this or the other person is an impediment for me. And in the end, it is what you decide in your life if it's going to be an impediment, or if it's going to be a stepping stone for us to step, to progress for the next step, and to love, and to focus on the good, and to respect. Emmanuel also reminding us to respect one another, respect your fellow human beings in their place of progression. And that is a daily thing we can see around us, and we should always focus on the good. If we see in the news, let's pray together. Let's not see things in our lives as obstacles. And then he says, it means proceeding with Jesus today. If we can put the obstacles, put this impediment aside, it means that we are proceeding with Jesus. And tomorrow and always, focus on the good. Focus on the work that is supposed to do to serve our fellow men, our fellow brothers and sisters. And he says, nevertheless, the journey ahead of us should unfold on the road of incessant good. Good always. If it's hard for you today and you feel that you have impediments in your life, it is a call for us to do more. It is a call for us to do better. It's a call for us to change ourselves and to do better and to be better and to change ourselves. So today, let's put aside all the impediments in our life and let's focus on the good things, because there is more good, because God is in everything and in every progression. If you can see at nature now, you can see everything is blossoming this side of the continent. And on the other side of the continent, things are going into rest, in the resting state again. And that is so beautiful to see. And that is also why Emmanuel and the prophets and Jesus always use nature. So let's see where we are. Let's see, so that we can bloom and so that we can be this barrier of fruit for everyone around us, regardless of what they are, regardless of what they do, regardless of where they're at, so that we can be the light, so that we can walk with Jesus and so that everybody can see. Thank you so much for joining me today. And the book that I was referring to is Foreign Life. Sorry, I couldn't remember. The book was Foreign Life. So Foreign Life is a book that you can read once a month. It's a short book. It's got 30 chapters, which is amazing, and it reminds us that we should always be mindful of our thoughts. So in chapter 10, Emmanuel reminds us of the good. Thank you so much for having me today, and thank you for Kodak Radio and all the inspiring lessons and through so many people. So we are so thankful for Kodak Radio that keeps us alive, that is always nourishing our souls. Please join us again. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.